Good morning, students. As we start a new chapter, that's the reproductions in higher and lower animals. So yesterday we've seen sexual reproductions and sexual reproductions in animal. So today we see sexual reproductions in human. How it is happen. So first of all, humans are sexually reproducing animal. Humans are done reproduction with a sexual method. So there is a fermentations, there is a fertilizations, there is a fusion of two gametes, that is the male and your female, there is a gametogenesis. All these processes are happened here. The gametes, sperms and eggs are produced as a primary sex organs. Gametes, your eggs and sperms are produced primary sex organs. The testes in male and ovary in female are primary sex organ. Other than these are the secondary sex organs. So we are differentiate morphologically the male as well as female. The male as well as female. So how we differentiate male with the morphologically? That is for males the development of beard, mustache, strong body, muscular body, enlarge in voice and hair on chest. These are characteristics for male. And for female, development of breast, broader pelvis and the soft voice, which are characteristics for female. So today we see the male reproductive systems. For male reproductive system, there are four main contents. It consists of four. That is, first is your testes, then your what is it? Accessory duct. Right, your accessory ducts. Third is your glands, various glands, and four is your external genitalia. External genitalia. The male reproductive system consists of main these 4 points. So first of all, we are today we see two topics, that is testes and your glands. So about testes. Then the male reproductive system consists of four main ducts, your testes, gametes. Okay. So testes, first of all, testes. As I teach you, testes is a male reproduction sex, is the first primary sex organ. For a simple language, it's a primary sex organ. A pair of testes, it's in pair. Pair means it's in two. A pair of testes which are formed in lower abdominal cavity, which are located in a pouch-like structure. We call him as a scrotum. What we call it? The scrotum. The pouch-like structure is scrotum, and morphologically, it's look like a oval shape. That is a 4 to 5 centimeter is length. Length of testis is 4 to 5 centimeter. Your width is 2 to 3 centimeter, and it is 3 centimeter thick. 3 centimeter it is a thick. This is your morphological characteristics for testes. Now, how it's work or what is consist of inside the testes? So we see that this is your testes. This is your morphology. I just push that only. So a tube-like structure, that is your a wire-like structure inside the testes is. You can see the diagram in your books. You got a brief idea. The testis is externally covered by a collagenous layer. That is your tubuca albuginea. Testis mainly consist of 3 layers. That is tunica albuginea. Second is your tunica is same, tunica vaginalis. And third is your tunica vasculosa. Testis consists of mainly 3 layers: tunica albuginea, tunica vaginalis, tunica vasculosa. You can see in the diagram. It's page number 20, 2.3. Okay. These layer, one is external, there is middle, and this inner layer. So the first your albuginea layer is made up of a collagenous connective tissue. Then your second layer is tunica vaginalis, Inner layer is tunica vasculosa. The vasculosa means a visceral material. It's a very soft material. Vascular muscle means it is very soft in nature. In your tunica vasculosa, there is a number of, what can I say, number of testicular lobules. There is each testis contain 200 to 300 testicular lobules. 200. Actually, approximately it is 250. In a single testis, approximately it is 250 layers, but the NCERT shows that 250. What is this? Testicular lobules. Each testis contains 200 to 300 testicular lobules, and in each layer there is a seminiferous tubule. In testicular lobules, each lobule contains 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules, which are responsible for sperm formation, which are developing the sperm, or you can also call that spermatozoa. These questions asked in your MCQs. There is a number of seminiferous tubules and number of tunicular lobules in your MCQs. Board exams always ask these questions. You have to note the number 200 to 300. Okay, so tunicular lobules is 200 to 300. Then your seminiferous tubules each contain 1 to 3. You have to approximate 3. Okay, seminiferous tubules which are responsible for formation of sperm, and these are made by a Sertoli cell. These are made by your Sertoli cells. What they did? A few large pyramidal cells called Sertoli cells. The epithelial cells to form spermatozoa. In your seminiferous tubule means there is the formation of your sperm. So Sertoli cell, what they did? Sertoli cells are responsible for to provide the nutrition to the developing sperm. To provide the nutrition to the developing sperm in various stages. That is your primary spermatocyte, your secondary spermatocytes. It's not important, but main function of Sertoli cell is to provide the nutrition to the sperm. Now your S and the testis is most important function is that formation of male reproduction hormone, that is your testosterone. What they did? Testis is responsible for formation of the male reproduction hormone, that is your testosterone. You have to know that. It's also called androgen. Here is your testis. Now we see the second, that is the accessory ducts. What they conclude? In your accessory ducts, you can see in the diagram too. I am not right on here. Your rete testis, your vas efferentia, your vas deferens, your ejaculatory duct, and your urethra. Accessory ducts conclude all these things. Your rete testis, your vas efferentia, your vas deferens, your ejaculatory duct, and your urethra. Okay. So this structure you are also shown in diagram. You can see the diagram because it is a very complicated diagram, so I am not drawn here. Okay. Vas efferentia. What they did? Your vas efferentia. This is your what can I say? The testis. Okay. So inside that, it's a wire-like structure in that. So there is a layer vas efferentia, vas deferens. These are the certain layers, or these are certain, what can I say, vessels to carry the sperm. What is vas efferentia? So vas efferentia carry the sperm to carry the sperm. Because vas efferentia carry the sperm from testis to the epididymis. Testis to the, this is your testis inside the test, and his was differential carry the sperm to the here is your structure of epididymis, so that the sperm get mature there, or it's a mature conditions. The sperm undergo mature in your epididymis. Okay, so your sperm come to the epididymis. Next is what? The abdominal cavity loops over the ureter to open the urethra. So epididymis is gone open to the ejaculatory duct. The sperm goes to your epididymis. Epididymis is come over to the. This is your suppose no. Here is urinary bladder upon the testis. So the sperm goes to the over to urinary bladder. It's meant to the seminal vesicle. The sperm goes here, and from here it gets again bypass through your prostate gland. Your sperm goes from epididymis to its overloop to the kidney के ऊपर से जाके यहाँ पे आके sperm आएगा, prostate gland को मिलेगा. When it means prostate gland, it again bypass through ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct के बाहर आएगा. It's bypass through the ejaculatory duct. And here is a small concept. Your semen and your urine, both these are forming a common passage. Your urine and semen, they also both are forming a common passage, not like a through urethra. Your urethra is a long which are located in the penis. So your semen and urine are both are passes through your urethra. So we call him urinogenital duct. Because both are passes through a common sector. And the end of your penis, where this is your supposedly the end of where the urethra and semen get ejaculated, we call him a urethral orifice. Where your semen and your urine both are get ejaculated through outside the body. So we are stopping here. We just today we see two topics. That is your testes and your ejaculatory ducts. So in a testis, a pair of testes which are located found in the abdominal cavity, which are having two pouch-like structure located in a pouch-like structure, that is the scrotum. Okay, so the morphological is oval in shape, 4 to 5 cm long, 2 to 3 cm width. Okay, which contains the layer tunica albuginea, tunica vasculosa, tunica vaginalis. Testis is responsible for formation of male's reproduction hormone, that is your testosterone. Okay, inside that the seminiferous tubules. Before that there is testicular lobules. Each sperm testis contain 200 to 300 testicular lobules, and each lobules contain 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules, which are responsible for formation of sperm. And they are developing with the Sertulaceae. Sertulaceae are responsible for formation of providing nutrition to the developing sperm. Then your accessory ducts. It includes your rete testes, your vas differentia, your vas differences. In your vas differentia, what they did? They carry the sperm from testes, opens into the epididymis, where the sperm get mature. From there, it's overlooped to the urinary bladder and go to the passing to the seminal vesicle. Again, it come from there passing to the prostate gland, and which are open into ejaculatory duct. And your semen and your urine passes through the same passage, that is called urethra. It's passing through the same common passage, so that's why we call him a urinogenital duct. Okay, so today we are stopped here. Next session we see a new again topics for male reproductive system, that is glands and prostate glands and your external genitalia. Thank you so much.